No one is a spiritual Spartan when God calls you. He doesn't call mighty men and women to the fight. He makes mighty men and women through the fight. All people are less than kind of people when God calls them to the fight. There are people like Gideon, there are people like you and me, people that are less than totally faithful, people that are less than perfect in our assessments of God, people that are less than perfect in our obedience to God, people that are from the weakest clan, so to speak. And He, God Almighty, comes down. God Almighty, Yahweh, comes down. He shows up in our wine presses. He shows up in our less than kind of life. He shows up at a young adult conference. And He calls less than kind of people mighty men and mighty women of valor. It takes courage, for instance, to seek from God the peace and the pleasure that your flesh is determined can only be found in and through your addictions. It takes courage to seek from God the intimacy that your flesh is determined can only be found in an immoral relationship. It takes courage to seek from God the adventure that your flesh is saying can only be found in the world and its ways. It takes courage to seek from God the validation that your flesh is saying should come from your social media accounts. It takes an unbelievable courage to say to your very own flesh, my God knows better than you how to care for me. And because God calls us what we are not, we can do what we would not.